Now, in breaking news coming in from the Apex Court, hearing the Delhi air pollution case, the Supreme Court has questioned the closure of primary schools in Delhi, stating that there is a discrimination on risk in hybrid classes. The Supreme Court heard the Delhi pollution matter and focused on Delhi government's notification of closing primary schools and shifting classes online due to poor air quality. Joining us live on the broadcast is my colleague Sambhav Sharma with more on this. Sambhav, could you please take us through the details of the Supreme Court's directives? All right, we'll try to reconnect over there with my colleague Sambhav. But remember that the Supreme Court has questioned the closure of the primary schools in Delhi, saying that there is a discrimination risk in hybrid classes. Now, the Supreme Court has heard the Delhi pollution matter and focused on the Delhi government's notification of closing schools. Furthermore, the Chief Justice of India has questioned whether permitting a hybrid education system which combines online and physical classes could lead to risk and discrimination. The CJI highlighted that children from wealthier families might shield themselves from poor air quality by opting for online learning or accessing better facilities, while less privileged students remain exposed to health hazards during in-person attendance. The amicus curiae also clarified that the current government notification mandates full school closures or online only classes for students in classes 1 to 5th to protect young children. However, petitioners are advocating for a hybrid option for higher classes, arguing that it strikes a balance between safeguarding health and ensuring uninterrupted access to education. The court is weighing these arguments as pollution levels remain critical with ongoing restrictions under GRAP measures. I believe Sambhav is back on the line with us. Sambhav, we are trying to understand the observations made by the Supreme Court regarding the Delhi air pollution case. Could you please take us through the details?
Is going on in this Delhi air pollution menace case in the top court of the country as we speak, and the Chief Justice of India Suryakant is asking, the bench is asking certain questions to the lawyers and also the government on various fronts when it comes to the opening of hybrid model in the school. The Chief Justice of India has in a way questioned the lawyer present there and said that this could pose a kind of risk of discrimination, and the Supreme Court has said that on the question of whether to allow the hybrid system, the Chief Justice has said that this would create a risk of discrimination, and CJI has also noted that the children from wealthier families could shield themselves while others remain exposed. And as you rightly pointed out, amicus curiae on the other hand is clarified that the notification mandates school closure for class 1 to 5. On the other hand, petitioners are seeking a hybrid option to balance the health concerns. And here the Supreme Court has questioned the closure of primary school in the Delhi pollution in this particular case, and in a way flagged the discrimination risk in the hybrid mode. On the other hand, the Supreme Court has also questioned or rather asked whether any audit has been conducted to ascertain what exactly is the actual number of the construction workers in.
Your call has been kept on.
All right, we will try to reconnect over there with Sambhav, but we have some more inputs on this case. In the ongoing hearing on tackling the severe air pollution crisis in Delhi NCR, the Chief Justice of India pointed out that toxic air quality not only affects children but also poses significant health risks to senior citizens who step out to parks and public spaces for walks or recreation. Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhati, representing the state and the centre, defended the government's stringent measures, stating that the December 15 decision to completely close schools and shift to online classes was necessitated by the grave situation where children's lives were directly at stake due to hazardous pollution levels. All right, I believe Sambhav is back on the line with us. Sambhav, this Apex Court also noted that apart from children, senior citizens are also at a risk due to the deteriorating air conditions in Delhi.
Yeah, the Chief Justice of India has said that the air pollution also poses a kind of risk to the senior citizens who step out to park and to the public places. On the other hand, Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhati, who was present in the court, said that earlier decision of the Supreme Court to completely close courts was taken. That this was a particular decision taken by the government. The ASG has informed that this decision was taken due to serious situation where children's lives were at stake. And here the CJI has questioned in a way, dividing society, against dividing society, and CJI has stressed that any harm to young children could lead to serious medical issues. And there is another very important issue being raised in the Supreme Court, especially when it comes to banning the construction sites. What will and how will the construction workers cope up with this situation?
All right, thank you so much, Sambhav, for all those details on that issue.